People, what's up? So you are thinking about traveling in Brazil? First thing you have to know is that Brazil is a huge country. It's like a continent, and probably you will need to take an airplane if you're planning to visit more than 3 or 4 cities, especially if they are located in different states of Brazil. So if this is your case, you have to take a plane and choose an airline company. To resume, Brazil has four main airlines company that are LATAM, GOL, Azul, and Voipass. But which one is the best company here? This is what I'm going to tell you in this video. And I was almost forgetting to tell you about ITA Airlines. There is a new company here in Brazil, but I strongly advise you not to buy or book any flight from this company. I will explain why I'm telling you this at the end of this video. So stay with me and let's know and discover which one is the best airline company here and all you should know before booking your flights to Brazil. Let's start. Welcome to Only in Brazil channel. My name is Marcelo and I will tell you about the airlines companies here in Brazil. Which one is the best one? If you're planning a trip to my country, probably you will have to take an airplane and to book your flight to know more than one city or one state here, because Brazil is huge, it's like a continent. And thinking about these and other subjects that may interest you, and it would be nice that you know to have the best experience during your trip to Brazil. We made this channel to be the solution for you, so you don't have to search in hundreds of blogs and websites to get this information. Everything is here in the channel, you just have to watch the videos. If you are liking this video, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and also ring the bell to receive our videos as soon as we publish them. Oh, and also share this video with your friends or with someone that you know they are planning to come to Brazil, because we will help them and it will help the channel to grow. So Brazil has four main airline companies, as I told you before. And before we start, I would like to tell you that I'm not receiving any kind of compensation or money to talk about these airline companies, and this is my opinion based on my experience along the years traveling around Brazil and also in South America. So let's start. The bigger company is LATAM, that probably you have already heard about this company. This is a good company and I always travel with them in my trips to Brazil. The aircraft fleet are made of Airbuses and they are almost always on schedule. Of course, COVID has altered and canceled a lot of flights, but I received the reimbursement or I could reschedule my flights without any taxes or cost during the pandemic times. It was very easy and a very trustable company. Well, other thing you should know about the airline companies here is that we don't have a low-cost airline company here, but like LATAM and the two other companies operate as a low-cost company. Yeah, they don't have a fare of local company, but you have to pay to check in your luggage if you choose the cheapest price in your flight ticket when you book it. If you don't want to check in your luggage, you can go to the airplane with your backpack and also a hand luggage with 10 kilograms, and also that respects the volume that you can carry in the plane. To help you, I will leave the link in the website in the description of our national aviation agency that explain all the details of the luggage that you can carry on with you in the airplane. I will also leave you the link of the airline companies so that you can check the flight price, you can book your flights directly to the airline companies that are normally cheaper than an agency. You just have to check the description of this video to get the websites. So LATAM is the biggest airline company and is interesting if you are traveling in Brazil and also in South America. Other thing that is interesting is about the price of the tickets. If you have time and you are planning your trip with at least 3 or 2 months in advance, you can pay a fair price in the tickets, and they are even cheaper than the bus tickets, for example, here in Brazil. But if you're planning your trip with less than 1 month in advance, probably you will pay more than you would pay if you booked your tickets with more than 1 month in advance. I don't know how it's in your country, let me know in the comments. And normally you can choose between 3 types of fares when you book your flight. You have the cheapest one that you can only go to the airplane, you can't choose your seat, and you can't check in your luggage. Besides that, you can't schedule your flight or change your tickets. With this fare, if you lose your flight, you will have to buy another ticket in the counter of the airport. Normally, I always choose this one because it's cheaper, and thanks God I never missed any flights. But it can happen in the big cities. If you are not used to the traffic to the airport, be aware and go with plenty of time before your departure. The other option that you have to book your flight, you can buy, is the medium one, that you can check in your luggage, you can choose the seat of the airplane, and now also you can reschedule your flight with like a tax plus the difference of the price of a new ticket. And you also have the third option, that is the most expensive one, and is the tariff that you can check in your luggage, you have access to the better place in the plane. There is called like a seat plus, which is a little bit more comfortable and has a little bit more space than the standard one, and you can also stay in the front of the airplane or in the emergency exits. You also have a priority line in the boarding, and you can reschedule your flight without paying any taxes. So to choose, you have to think about your trip and what about the possibilities and your needs. Almost the 3 airline companies from Brazil have the same way that you can book. They just change the names and the options that you can choose. Other thing that I forgot to tell you is about the luggage that you can check in. Normally you can check in one luggage with 23 kilos and just one volume with this. Of course, if you pay to check in or if you buy the fares with your luggage. We talked about LATAM, and now let's talk about GOL. GOL, it's a nice airline company and uses Boeings to fly. It's the second largest airline company in Brazil, and it has a good options of flights. If you're planning to travel to capital cities and the states of Brazil, you can fly with GOL, LATAM or Azul. But there are some smaller cities that you can only fly with 1 or 2 companies. So depending on the city you are going, you just have 2 or maybe 1 airline company operating these flights. So you can have to look which city you want to visit, where you want to go, and see if the company will fly to the city. I see a little difference between LATAM and GOL with the prices, so I always choose the cheapest one. And we also have the Azul Airlines, that is an airline company that flies to the main cities and also to the smaller cities in Brazil. The aircraft fleet are formed by Airbus, Embraer and ATR airplanes. Normally Azul is the most expensive airline company, but it's the most comfortable one. When you talk about comfort, for me is always the best one, and also the boarding service is really good. Personally, I would just fly with Azul when the price of the tickets are lower, or when the difference between the other companies is tiny and not important for me. Besides, I would choose the cheapest one. So, for me the best airline company in Brazil is Azul, but I still prefer to fly with LATAM or GOL if they are cheaper. And I was almost forgetting to tell you guys that we still have other company that it used to be called Passaredo, but now it's called Voipass. They are a small company and they fly to small cities in Brazil with ATR planes. I personally have never flown with them. And last year in 2021 we had a new airline company called ITA Airlines, that it was a bus company, and they just open an airline company. But as the bus company, the late company was bankrupt and they are not operating anymore, and all the flights are cancelled when I am recording this video. So if you're planning your trip to Brazil, avoid to book or to buy any tickets from ITA Airlines company, because they are not honoring the tickets and the flights and they cancel everything. So guys, all the websites of the airplanes company will be in the description of this video to help you book your flight. If you like this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to receive all our videos when we publish them. And if you know anyone else that are coming to Brazil or have plans to come here, please share this video with them. And also, if you have any questions, please leave a comment here that we will be pleased to answer you. So guys, that's it for today. I wish you a safe trip to Brazil. See you in the next video. Bye.